Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yup, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. Hey, man, we're back with another 90-day fiancé. Man child lies to girlfriend about gambling He's still gambling? No way, see. If I had a gambling addiction like that, what you would think? You'd kick me to the curb, boy. All our little money be gone. She said, a little bit we got. Oh. She said, I had thought about sports betting, though, at one point. But I said, nah, let me not start. Would you let me?
You thought you wouldn't be able to control yourself?
You want to let me?
I'm asking you a question. You won't be able to control yourself?
No, I ain't want to try. I ain't want to see. Also, I'm like, I'm not a risk taker when it comes down to money, bro. I'm not trying to lose out on no coins. Need all the coins I can get, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you don't win if you don't take the risk, though. You want to bet on the game?
Not these games nowadays. What these folks got going?
You think it's rigged? Are you one of the ones that think it's rigged?
Let's get into the video.
No, I'm just asking, are you one of the ones that think it's rigged?
I think a lot of things. We won't speak on it.
Make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want to first support. You got to do it. Check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video.
Like it with a thumbs up.
Hey, let's get it. Let's check this out. Let's see what it's about, man. Let's go.
Thank you, sir. Birkan'ın hayatı. This is my life, actually. Oh. This is actually what I do every day. This is something for relaxing. It's like medication. I have my tea, I have my shisha, I will be fine.
Well, Birkan seems to be having a great time for somebody who's in a ton of gambling debt. I think after that little stunt he pulled last time, he thinks he has the relationship in the bag. Laura just found out about his debt, but she still doesn't know it was because of gambling. She thinks it's due to the failed businesses he started. He apparently told her that he opened a few shisha bars that were successful until COVID hit, but at this point, that was like 5-6 years ago, and if he's 25 now and he said the businesses were successful, then how old was he when he started them? Like 18, 19? You're trying to tell me this guy ran 3 successful bars when he was 19 years old? What the hell has he been doing since then? Apparently just sitting around in a different shisha bar that didn't fail. This guy is clearly not the mature, hardworking individual that Laura believed he was. It is beyond hilarious that he just told Laura about the debt, and then the next day he brings her to a bar with his friends that he hangs out at every single day, and everybody there knows him. Laura said that she wanted a strong, independent man who would always be there for her, but instead she found a little Birkan who's gonna financially cripple her. But it's okay because he kissed her, and that was her fantasy, to be kissed by a Turkish dude in debt.
Having a hot Turkish guy push you up against the wall and make out with you, I don't know what it is. I just can't resist him. You're adorable.
I know. That's why you love me.
So I think Birkan got quite the big head after this. It definitely inflated his ego a little bit. Instead of reassuring her or telling her that he has some kind of plan, he just kissed her, so she forgot about it for now. But I still have no idea what he expected when he brought her to this bar and said he hangs out here every single day and this is his life. Did he really think she wasn't going to find this concerning at all? Does he think when he kisses her, it's like one of those memory erasers from Men in Black? It seems to me like Birkan thinks that just because he told her about the debt, that's good enough and everything's fine now, but no, you still have to do something about it. And also you lied about where it came from.
So this is my usual table. Maybe we should sit here.
Okay.
So as soon as they get there, everybody's running up to Birkan like he's some kind of local legend. It seems like he believes this is going to impress her, like, oh, look how many people I know, look how social I am.
Yeah, because they know you because you're there every day. What's up, fool? You back? Well, we knew you was coming back right on time.
Which a few days ago it may have, but now it just makes her think, well, what are you doing with your life? Why are you here every single day? And he does this in such an unbothered, unconcerned way, it's like he doesn't even realize how it comes off. The reality is, he can say all he wants, but if he was really taking this relationship seriously, he wouldn't be acting like this.
While it's fun to see this side of Birkan hanging out with his friends, it's also kind of eye-opening. He knew everyone when we walked in. He has a regular table. He comes here literally every day.
What if she looked over and they had like a plaque hanging up with his face on it that said Customer of the Year? I don't know if I can trust Birkan anymore. He tried to erase my memory and then he brought me to a bar. I'm starting to think that he doesn't just have a bad boy aesthetic. He might just be a bad guy, like just a bad person. I think he has like a bad person aesthetic, but I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because he's always been there for me the last couple days, sometimes a little bit. So Birkan's friends do seem nice and they speak positively about Laura, but it also seems like they're aware of Birkan's antics. Maybe it's just me, but the way they smile and laugh about this being his life makes it seem like they know he's not going to be able to take this relationship seriously and Laura is in over her head.
Tell me something interesting about Birkan.
İnsanlar buna ulaşamadığı için onu sert görüyorlar.
People can't reach the inner me, you know? That's why people think I'm tough and I am angry.
Do people think that? Is that really what people think? People have a tough time reaching the inner Birkan. He's a deep guy, he's a deep thinker. The inner machinations of his mind are an enigma. He doesn't open up to people a lot. Well, except for random Americans he meets online. He does open up to them. Well, only to an extent. He might leave out some extremely important details that will surprise you later on, but that's part of his charm. That's part of the Birkan experience. You're gonna have some surprises along the way. He's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get, but you might not want to eat them because they expired months ago.
Aslında içinde çok yumuşak bir insanmış.
Inside, I have a little kid.
Inside he has a little kid? Is this really the best time to be talking about your inner child? After everything that just unfolded, now you're going to bring that up? Telling her that you're like a little kid on the inside is not going to give her confidence that you're going to get your life together. People just think I'm this guy who sits around in a bar gambling all day, but I'm actually a child who sits around in a bar gambling all day. I'm like a little kid. I'm looking for someone to take care of me. I like my tea. I like my Peppa Pig. You know how bad boys are always sitting around talking about their inner child.
But I also like the dark parts and the protective. It's a good combination.
The dark parts? She has said this a few times, and I'm not quite sure what she means. What are the dark parts of Birkan? Does she like that he mysteriously hides things from her? I mean, that's the darkest thing he's done so far, but she doesn't seem to appreciate it. Or does she just associate him with a character from one of the smut novels she reads and sees this all as a fantasy? It's one thing if you guys have similar interests and they include dark fiction or true crime or something like that, but to describe the dark parts of him as something you like is a little weird. She doesn't really elaborate on this, but it sounds like it could possibly mean romanticizing something that isn't really healthy or positive. And then she says she likes his protective side. Where the hell is that? Is she talking about the same person?
Birkan'ın bilinmeyen bir yanı var.
Oh shit.
Kumar oynamaya devam.
Oh
He
shit.
said there's an unknown.
Ooh.
Birkan'ın bilinmeyen bir yanı var.
Oh shit.
Kumar oynamaya devam
Does she know how often you gamble?
ettiğini biliyor mu?
Because I'm still in debt, we always have to try to find a new way to find money.
Because I'm in debt, I always have to find a new way to find money. And by that, I mean I find the same way to find money every single day. The same way that is the reason I'm in debt in the first place.
Yeah.
Basically, I gambled way too much every day, so now I have to gamble every day to make up for all the gambling I did every day. Not everybody understands it. It's tough to get it. You wouldn't get it. I promise, though, if I move to America, I'm not even going to gamble during the week. That's because it's not gambling if you know you're going to win. And I finally perfected my method of counting cards.
And when I'm not working and I can't find a job, the gambling comes in here.
All right there. Something tells me it's a lot more frequent than he's making it sound. He's making it sound like he can't get a job, so he's just gambling as a last resort, but even that's a terrible idea. However, the fact that he's in this bar every single day and he apparently hasn't had a stable job in like 5 years makes it seem like he's not taking this seriously and he's not trying hard enough. I don't think Laura ever really got a straightforward, honest answer as to what his job is because all she ever mentioned was the businesses he had years ago, which at this point I don't think they even existed. It sounds like it may have just been a lie to explain the debt. If that's the case, then this was a very planned out, calculated lie. If he put as much time and planning into his actual career as he did the lies about his career, then he may not even be in debt.
I gamble every day, every opportunity I have. It's what I do for a living.
it.
All right, well, you can't say it's what you do for a living if it's exactly what's preventing you from being able to make a living. You can't just shovel your own money into a furnace and be like, this is what I do for a living. I destroy money. It's not like he's investing this money into a business and it has a chance to pay off. He's essentially just throwing it away. The fact that he's willing to go as far as to say that's what he does for a living is an extremely bad sign. It makes it sound like he's not trying to do anything else. He's accepted that this is what he does. So anyway, Birkan's friends bring this up in Turkish, so obviously Laura can't understand them, and he quickly tries to change the topic of conversation because he doesn't want to mention this to her yet.
Bence çok da uzatma sakladığın süreyi. Sen süreyi uzattıkça onun sana olan tepkisi de büyüyecek bence.
What is she saying?
Farklı bir şey. Söyleyeyim. Herhangi bir şey.
So Laura asks what his friends are saying, which is understandable, and he completely ignores her and tries to change the subject. You know, if he's not planning to use her just to get to America, he's acting awfully suspicious. His friend makes a good point that it's only going to get more difficult and her reaction will get worse the longer he puts it off. At the same time, I think he's putting it off because he believes he can win his way back out of the depth before she finds out.
Çok baskı yapılmasını sevmiyor.
I don't like pressure.
Kendisine
I
baskı
hate it.
yapılmasını sevmiyor.
Okay.
Birkan onu yapma, Birkan bunu yapma.
Like, Birkan don't do that, Birkan don't do this. I hate that.
I hate being told what to do. Nobody tells Birkan what to do. Everybody's always like, Birkan, stop gambling.
What you said? See, pull out your own translator.
What you said?
He ain't
I ain't got time.
translating shit to you. He's not finna translate whatever they got to tell you for real, for real. They trying to help you out, but he trying. And then I wonder, do they understand what he's saying in English?
Yeah, I guess they probably know.
No, they probably don't.
Oh, they probably don't, right?
Because I would be like, hey, quit lying.
Facts.
Birkan, get a job. Birkan, do the laundry. Birkan, stop leaving your juice boxes on the counter. I have one rule in life, and that is there are no rules. Look how far it's gotten me. Not bad, huh?
Birkan don't do that, Birkan don't do this.
He's not doing himself any favors, acting like a child, saying he hates being told what to do. How often is he being told what to do? Why is he being told what to do? Likely because he's irresponsible. If you're an independent adult, you don't need to be told what to do on a regular basis. And there are certain things in life that are just unavoidable. I mean, most jobs are going to require people to be told what to do to an extent. He probably just doesn't like people being honest with him because he's extremely irresponsible. So the next day, the two of them go out, and Laura obviously knows something is up because Birkan and his friends had a conversation in Turkish and they didn't tell Laura what it was. So finally, he tells her some version of the truth, kind of. I don't know, I'll let you guys decide.
I take a loan from a bank. Then I bought my second place. After that, I opened my third place.
Okay, so you had 3 places?
He's lying, bro. That is not the reason why he's in debt. He's in debt because he has a gambling problem, bro.
And all of them is big. I was earning.
I'm very confused about the timeline here. Like I said, he's 25, so that means he opened these businesses when he was like 20 or 19. Obviously, that's not impossible, but considering how this guy is, it's pretty hard to believe. Also, businesses like that typically take a few years to turn a profit, so I'm not sure how he can say that they were big and successful. Most bar or restaurant owners need a few years of consistent business to even know if it's going to be successful to begin with. Meanwhile, Birkan's over here opening 3 successful bars in the span of like a year.
Yeah, I worked like daily jobs and things, but sometimes I worked full one day, 24 hours. And I get paid $40.
All right, I don't know what kind of job he's working. I'm not from Turkey. I'm not going to pretend like I understand the economy there. But I do understand the basic laws of reality, and I don't think it's possible for him to be in a shisha bar all day, every day, and simultaneously be working really hard at a job for 24 hours straight. What is he talking about? Like, he works one day for 24 hours straight and then spends the next week hanging out in a bar gambling? Is that really a good use of his time? What is his life like on a day-to-day basis? That's what I want to know, because everything he's saying is incredibly vague. COVID was 5 years ago. What have you been doing since then?
Do you want the truth? I gamble. A lot.
How often are you gambling?
If I have money, I gamble.
So he's basically saying that if he can get his hands on money, he will gamble with it.
So
if that's the case, then so much of what he's saying has been a giant excuse. And it seems like all of his talks about how difficult it is and how he can't find a job is a way for him to excuse his gambling even further. He completely misled her as to the type of person he was, and she's too caught up in a fantasy to see everything clearly.
Is gambling part of all of this debt?
No. I still trying to pay, but That is why I have to gamble, because I need money and I have nowhere to find.
So he's saying the gambling is not part of the debt. That's just a way for him to get out of debt, which is a foolproof method that most people would recommend. I don't actually know the truth for sure. I suppose it is possible that the debt he's in is still a loan from the bank because of his failed businesses, but I also don't really know what to believe with this guy. Most compulsive gamblers are not earning a profit, so at the very least, it's adding to the debt, if not just draining him of anything he ever gets his hands on.
I gamble.
I wonder, like, with his gambling, is he doing like slot machines gambling, or you like placing bets and losing, and you doing stuff off books? It's like the deep gambling shit. Would it be like
I have no clue.
you go to the bookie, you owe the bookie all this money? I don't know nothing about that life. I'm like, how
That's
you
a
get
good question, though.
like slot machines? When you broke, you broke. Well, I don't even know about that. Can you borrow from the house? That's crazy.
At least it's adding to the debt, if not just draining him of anything he ever gets his hands on.
I gamble, I make more money. I have a progress. That's how my friends and I paid our rent for a long time.
Did you hear that? He has a progress. He gambles every day. He makes a little bit more money, so I would assume he has some savings then, right? If you're saying you have progress, then what does that mean? Where's the progress? What are you talking about? Is his debt less than it used to be? Has he made progress towards that? Has he paid some of it off? Gambling isn't really the kind of thing you slowly make progress at.
Instead of a gift for Valentine's Day, I sent you money.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you gamble?
Oh,
She said instead of a gift, she sent him money for Valentine's Day.
remember I said I bet she already sent her money.
How much money you sending him?
Is that one good? My bad.
We got some.
No, cool. That is a good question though.
Oh.
Instead of a gift for Valentine's Day, I sent you money.
Yeah.
Did you gamble that?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, progress. So I kid you not, he's about to tell her that he took that money she gave him for Valentine's Day and gambled it and made more money and then paid his rent. So let me get this straight. He's so good at gambling that he can take money that he received as a gift and turn a profit and pay for his rent, but he's simultaneously so bad at gambling that he has no savings and has to rely on money that his girlfriend sends as a Valentine's Day gift to make a living. How can those two things be true at the same time? Can somebody explain that to me?
Makes 5,000 Turkish liras, and we made it 20, I guess, and we paid our rent.
Yeah, I don't really believe this guy. I think he's lying.
I don't believe nothing he said.
He said she sent him 5,000, right?
Wait.
5,000. Damn, just $100, 130. But he said that's.
I mean, that's a lot in there. Like,
But no, I'm saying the conversion rate. He number
okay,
$100.
he wouldn't have got that from me.
And then he said he turned that to 20,000, and that's how he. So you took couple $100 and turned it less than $500.
Babe, shut up.
For real though, like. And he said that's how he paid rent. So how much your rent?
So how you in that much debt? If like that's a lot of debt, bro.
But he said he's 50,000 USD in debt. Remember last?
Oh
time?
yeah, that's right.
So
I don't even believe him. You got to show me some receipts.
So you think he just?
I just think he throwing out. I just think yes. I think he has an addiction. I think
Now,
he's just throwing out numbers.
What if it's? Please say it's 5,000, 50,000, because you can get that debt cleared. That's a week's pay. Like that's a paycheck in these states, bro.
I don't know. But yeah, he using her.
Tell you the truth, I'd be willing to bet on it. Anyway, that brings us to the end of this video. Let me know in the comments if you think Birkan is lying or telling the truth or a little bit of both. For those who are members on...
What you
think? It could be a little bit of both. But what parts, though? What parts is he telling the truth about? That he has a gambling problem? Yes. Everything else a lie. Everything else come out of his mouth a lie. I don't trust him.
You don't trust him far as you
I
can
don't
throw.
know why they be going over to the other countries, picking up these folks.
Especially these folks
And
can't
putting all
offer
your
you
trust
nothing.
in them. I just be so confused. Like,
They can't offer you a shoe off their. I'm finna say a shoe
off
off
their
their
back.
back.
They couldn't do that either. Like, what?
Oh, see, I'm stupid.
It's impossible.
Y'all smell myself, man. Let us know y'all thoughts in the comments. Let us know if y'all can offer somebody a shoe off y'all bag.
Well, you kind of can. I mean, if you think about it.
Let us. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ Do Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Kid and C.
We are.
Ain't no time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar, dollar, dollar, dollar.